Hi students, welcome back to our session. Today's session we are going to discuss statistics. The word statistics came into existence towards the middle of the 18th century to have been derived from the Latin word status or Italian word statista or German word statistics. Each of means political state. Political state. Formerly, the study of statistics was confined only to the collection of data used for the government purpose, but nowadays it scopes in much wider. In fact, statistics is a branch of mathematics that is concerned with how information is collected, organized, presented, summarized, and then analyzed. So the conclusion may be drawn from the information. Statistics is a single word which it is used in two different senses. Two different sense. The first one it is singular and the second one it is plural. When we used singular, it refers to a whole object, is a branch of knowledge which deals with the statistical principle and method used in the collection, analyzed and interpreting data. For example, Icse examination, it is going to be announced the result for class 10th overall a percentage of the school. Percentage of a school. When it comes to the plural, first and it refers to a numerical data collected in a systematic manner with some defined object in view in any field of inquiry. For example, marks of a students. Marks of a students in the Icse examination. Okay, next we are going to discuss the topic data. A set of collected numerical facts, we used to call it as data. Set of collected numerical facts, we used to call it as data. For example, you can consider the marks obtained out of 100. Ashwini's 76%, Meeta 81%, Alia 98%, Pallavi 100, Shivani 69. So out of 100%, Ashwini got 76%, Meeta 81%, Alia 98%, Pallavi 100%, Shivani 69%. Set of percentage of marks are 69%, 76%, 81%, 98%, 100%. So this all we used to call it as data. Okay, the next topic we are going to discuss a variable. Quantity varies from one individual to another. We used to call it as variable. For example, it may be height, it may be weight, age, marks, overall percentage, etc. Okay, the next one we are going to discuss what is meant by continuous variable. A variable which can take any numerical value within certain range. We used to call it as continuous variable. For example, It may be wages of person, height of the children's, rainfall records, of a different cities in different days, etc. Okay, now we are going to discuss discrete or discontinuous variable. Variable which is incapable of taking all possible numerical values. All possible numerical values. Possible numerical values. We used to call it as discontinuous variable or a discrete variable. For example, number of children in a family. The numbers cannot take any value in between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, etc. For example, in a family we have Ramu, Somu, Sonu, Ravi, Kirti. Okay, now listen carefully. In a family we have a number of children is, this is 1 child, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally in this family we have 5 children. 5 children. Instead of this 5 children, I cannot take here one and this is the second one, and Sonu is the second, and here Ravi is going to be the third, and Kirti is going to be the third. So I cannot take like this the numbers. When we ask that how many children are there in your family, means we can say we have 5 children or 6 children, like exactly the numbers, it should not be repeat. Okay, so here when we take like this 1, 2, 2, 3, it is incapable of taking all possible numerical values. We cannot assume 2, 3, 3. Only we need to take 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 children. We have totally 5 children in this particular family. Is it clear to all? I will give one more example to make still more clear of this concept. Now we are going to consider the marks obtained out of 10. Okay, now listen carefully. The numbers are 1, 3, 6, 2.5, 8.5, 9, 6.2, 5.8, 10. Now we are going to enter the marks in this particular class interval 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8 and 9 to 10. Here when you take 1 to 2, one value, and here it is 2.5. So I cannot take 2 because the last limit value we need to take till 2. Cannot take this value. So only one students we have. Here it is 3 to 4. So 3 to 4 means we have only one students got 3 marks, and 5 to 6. Even there is a chance to take here 5.8. It comes in between 5 to 6. So one student. It starts from 7 to 8. So it is not possible to take here 6.2. So this values I cannot place in between this class interval. So this we used to call it as a discontinuous. A discontinuous, it is nothing but in which incapable of taking all possible values. So I can take 1 to 2 means I can take one number. 3 to 4 means I can take 3. What about this 2.5? It is not included in the first interval and as well as in the second interval also. In the first interval limit you need to take only 2. So this 2.5 it is greater than this first limit. So I cannot include this 2.5 in the first interval. I will move to the second interval. Second interval we have 3 to 4. When it is 3 to 4, this 2.5 I cannot include in the second interval also because it starts from 3. So I cannot place this 2.5 marks in this class interval. So this type of data we used to call it as a discontinuous variable. When we can say it is discontinuous variable in which incapable of taking all possible numerical values. Here the possibilities is not there to take a 2.5 and as well as 6.2, whereas 8.5 also. Here the greatest value of this fourth interval it is 8. So 8 it is not included in this number of students. I cannot enter. It starts from 9 to 10 in the next interval. So I cannot take 8.5 also. So this data and this class intervals we used to call it as a discontinuous variables. Raw and array data. Raw or even you can say it is ungrouped data. Ungrouped data or even you can say it is raw data also. The data it is in the form. You need to consider the marks obtained by 20 students in a test out of 50 marks. Maximum 50 marks and total number of students. Total number of students is equal to 20. So here the marks are 8, 15, 23, 16, 46, 32, 42, 37, 28, 19, 45, 33, 22, 11, 20, 40, 50, 39, 34 and 49. The data in this form we used to call it as a raw data. What is meant by arrayed data? When it is arrayed data means the given marks we are going to arrange in the order of ascending order or it may be descending order. The given data just we are going to arrange in the ascending order or it may be in the descending order. That we used to call it as arrayed data. When you are going to make it as a grouped data with the class interval. Grouped data with class interval. Okay, next we are going to discuss a frequency. What is meant by frequency? Frequency is nothing but it is a number which tells how many times does a particular data appear in the given set of data. Number of times repeated a particular data. Number of times repeated a particular data in the given set of data. Set of data we used to call it as a frequency. For example, consider the following data. Consider the following set of data. Here we have 1, 2, 0, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. In the given set of data, 1 appear how many times? 1, 2, 3. It is appeared 3 times. 2 appears 1 time, 2 time, 3 times, 4 times. 4 times. 3 appears 1, 2. 2 times. Therefore, the frequency of 2 is how many times we have? 4 times. So the frequency of 2 is 4. The frequency of 3 is 2 times and so on. So this we used to call it as frequency.